right, welcome back. We are in 2021. Happy New Year. And we've got something kind of interesting here to showcase to you guys. As you can see behind me, that is not my car. That's actually a standard range vehicle. Now, Tesla makes a bunch of different vehicles in different ranges and offers different stuff, but very smart. They're all built the exact same way, meaning they all have the same things inside. And Tesla, of course, will software lock them like many companies do, and then they charge a pretty high, hefty price to unlock some of those features. Well, today, we're looking at a product that is not a Tesla product, but will help you unlock some of those features at a fraction of the cost than what Tesla charges you. So let's take a look at it. We need to get to installing it in this vehicle here, and we'll tell you more about it.
All right, so just to be clear here, Ingenext did send me out this module for review and to obviously show you guys, but they did also share a discount code. So if you're interested in buying one of these modules, go ahead and use Tesla Raj 10 for 10% off on your module. You're welcome. Now enjoy the rest of the video.
All right, so the product that we are talking about is made by a company called Ingenext. They have made other products before, if you've heard of them. They also make products that bypass Tesla's acceleration boost and gives you a faster vehicle at a fraction of the cost. So I'll leave a link to them down below to show you that. But this one is their bonus module. This one doesn't do anything acceleration-wise, but it unlocks the features that you could possibly need, like rear heated seats. Right now, Tesla sells the standard range, the lower end Model 3, without rear heated seats. They're installed, but you cannot turn them on. You actually have to pay for that. So under upgrades, how much is it for heated seats? Let's see, because this car does not, supposedly does not have it. $300. $300 for heated seats, and it costs $300. That's expensive $100 per butt cheek to keep warm in the rear of your car. In any case, this unlocks it. This is the module here. It's fairly simple. All you're going to do is access right behind the glove box. There is the computer of the car, and this is just going to, you're going to unplug that. You're going to plug this in and plug that back into here. It's just a little piece that sits in between. What's great about this, as many of you are probably wondering, will Tesla, are you voiding warranty by installing this? Can Tesla find out? Actually, they can't. Over the air, this is undetectable, which is great. You would only essentially have to remove this if you're going in for service and you don't want them to find it. Also, if Ingenext needs to update this, you can do so via the USB right here. So you could just plug it in while it's up there, or pop just this module out and update it on your own. That way they could maybe unlock more features or whatever that may be. So we're going to get to installing this. I'm not going to show you the full installation, but essentially you're just removing down this bottom panel and this kick panel here on the side. After removing that, you can access the ports to the side of the computer, and you just need to unplug, plug in, plug this back in, and you're essentially good to go. So let's do that, and we'll be right back to see what we've unlocked on the car. Just for context, this is the touchscreen here, and you'll see there are seat heaters for the front, but typically on all the other Model 3s, there's access to the left there that allows you to turn on the other seat heaters. And then on the app here too, it's kind of hard to see, but if you can see that, there is no seat heaters for the rears, but you can see here the fronts have seat heaters, the rears don't. So this car does not have seat heaters in the back. They're installed, they're not accessible, so we're going to make them accessible now. All right, so it's installed now. I just got everything done. I haven't even wrapped up yet. You can see everything is still out and all the parts and pieces, and I'll show you where I shoved it. It's actually, if you go up in here, I don't know if you're able to see that, but there's a little light blinking on the module up there, and that is all it takes to install it once it's plugged in. It's a little bit getting your hands in there. Smaller hands will work, but if you remove the side kick plate area, it makes it a whole lot easier. Now to set it all up. Okay, so on initial setup, it asked you you connected without internet, and then it makes you choose your own password instead of using the generic Ingenext password. So make sure you put in the password that you set it to access it going forward. But all right, so $300 to warm 3 bums in the back seat. Well, the Ingenext module, as of recording this video, it is $450. So not too far off, and you're getting your seat heaters, but you're also getting a lot more. So I'm going to show you a couple of more features that you get with this bonus module. So let's take a look. Okay, so let's talk about the heated seats. That's obviously the most important and the most cost significant. So we saw that in the app, when you connect to the Ingenext system, you can obviously control the heated seats, each seat separately, through the web portal, as you can see here. So you've got, the 3 seats. It's not the most beautiful UI, but, you can do it. And then you can also slide them across and set them to whatever, bacon strips or levels that you want it to, and set them off. However, there's, of course, that's not the only way. What if you're back there and you just want to activate yourself? Can you do it? Yes, you can. Because remember, the UI from this screen is not available, but you can access it with the window. So we're going to go back there, and I'm going to show you how to turn them on and off. All right, so we're in the back left seat right behind the driver's seat, and how we can turn this on outside of just the app. Here's the left seat. You can see it's off right now, and we're going to use the window module. So basically, if we pull up on it once, it'll jump to level 3. You saw that? Did you see that? Okay, so we're at level 3 seat heater right now, and how's your bums going? Are they getting toasty?
Getting toasty.
Yeah, they're getting toasty. All right. If we want to bring it down, we just pull up on it one more time. We go down to 2. Pull up one more time. We go to 1. And then now if you pull up again, it'll recycle back up to 3. But if you want to turn it off, we just pull up and hold for 3 seconds. 1, 2, 3. Let go. And it turns them off. Look at that. That's from the window, right? So you got the left and you got the right. What about the center? There's no window for the center seat, so let me go check the instructions. Okay, we're now at the right window, right behind the passenger side. So same kind of thing here. We're going to click once. Now, if you notice, the right door controls both the right side and the center together. So whoever's in the right and whoever's in the center just have to share the same heated seat. But not a big deal. This is pretty slick. And then, of course, click and hold. 1, 2, 3. And they all go off. So that is really slick. Now, if you already have seat heaters in the rear seats, you're probably thinking, well, what's the benefit to me? Well, remember, I have rear seat heaters, and I have to ask my wife every time for how many bacon strip settings she wants. What's her heated seat setting that she wants? With this, she'd be able to control it all on her own using her window switch. So a very, very cool, slick feature. And I mean, that's almost worth it alone. So let's take a look now at what this auto door thing is, because that one has really piqued my interest. Let's check it out. Okay, so in the app, or in the portal, the web portal, obviously we're a little far right now, but for the automatic doors, it allows you to set your range, and we're just going by the recommended 40%. And so we're giving the car a little bit. It's currently right now, it's locked, and it's waiting our arrival. So we're giving it a little bit, and then we're going to walk over to it and see if this works. So let's just walk over to the door and see if the door pops for you. Oh! Look at that! It just popped open. That's like the Model X. Dude, you did that in a Model 3. And no aftermarket like things done to the door. Oh, dude.
That was perfect.
Dude, that's kind of cool. I like those little things. The cheap thrills. That was pretty cool. Yeah, so there is a reset time. Obviously, you don't want to have, if you've parked your car and you just went to the store, and as you're walking there, you're like, oh, I forgot something back in my car, and you go back to the car, it's not going to do it. I think there is a buffer time where it needs to reset. But, oh, wow, that is kind of cool. You almost never, as the driver, ever have to touch the handle again, because it just pops for you. Very Model X-ish. It's like somebody's inside pressing the button to open the door for you. So it just pops it just a little bit, and then you just pull it open. Very, very cool. That was awesome. Okay, so the other really cool thing that this Ingenext module can do, I mean, it auto opens the door, it activates your rear seat heaters, is it also auto pops your frunk or your trunk, which the trunk you've seen, it has a button. I've put on an automatic trunk on mine, and it's $500, almost the price of this Ingenext module, and there's a lot of installation here, but here, the installation took like 15-20 minutes, and I didn't have to install any aftermarket like pieces in the trunk or run wiring or tap into the CAN bus or any of that stuff. But now you should essentially be able to walk up to the car acknowledges you're there with a series of blinks, you walk away, and your trunk will open. Obviously you don't want it to just open as you're walking by to get to the driver's seat, but it will auto open. So let me show you that right now. Okay, so after some trial and error, we unfortunately couldn't get the auto frunk and trunk to work. Essentially, you're able to walk up to the car, initiate...
Hello everyone, we're gonna give it another try. Turn on climate just to make sure it's on. Put it in my pocket, and now we're gonna walk up to the vehicle. We've had a 2-time success. Let's hope for a 3rd time, because 3rd time's the charm. So we're gonna come up to the door. Popped open. We're gonna come up to the sensor right here. It's gonna flash, solid. Just move away a little. Perfect, and it's open. We are perfecting this. And we're gonna come up to the front sensor right here. It's recognizing us. Any day now. There we go. So with the front, it's this sensor right here. You just have to align it perfectly with your phone, but as we can tell, it works. The door works almost every single time. And the trunk, you just have to be right here at this sensor right here. And then once you're by it, just move away, not too much, probably from 12 inches, 24 inches, so a little bit. So if you, probably like a foot, and then it'll pop up open.
Okay, so one really kind of cheap move that Tesla removed is the extra lighting that's available in the Model 3. So in my vehicle, a long-range rear-wheel drive, it was a premium interior. I have lights in the footwells, that's where your feet are, inside the vehicle for the driver and the passenger. There's also lighting on the armrest of the doors that shine into the pockets. So if you have stuff in the pockets, you can see. And then there's also puddle lights. They shine underneath each door on the ground so you can see if there's a puddle there. Well, on the standard range, they don't have those lights. Well, they have the lights, but it's unable to be turned on. Software locked until this module. Now, in this vehicle here that did not have it, could not turn it on, now has those lights. I'll show you right down here. You'll see that is the driver's side footwell lights on and working. You'll see right here, that light right under here, this is in the door pocket. That light is working. And then if you go right under here, right here, you'll see the puddle light is working. So all the lights that Tesla blocked from being able to turn on, which just adds overall experience to the car, enables you to see things inside the car in the dark without you having turning on the dome lights and so forth, are all now working thanks to this module. Awesome. Let's see what else. Okay, so another feature is this manual wiper mode. So most of us set our wipers to auto, and that works somewhat well. It detects when there's rain using the cameras and turns it on. But if you want to have more manual control, you can now map that to your left wiper stalk. So by pushing it forward and pressing the button, you're able to change the modes from short continuous to fast continuous to off. So this is fast continuous, and then it would go off, and then you can go back to auto, which is the last setting. And that's it. And so you basically are able to do that from over there without clicking the button and looking through what you're selecting. A lot of people don't like to look at the screen, like to focus on the road and just drive. So that's a feature there. And there's two modes. You can actually do it in short mode or fast mode for this manual wiper. So it's up to you what kind of options that you want. So another cool feature unlocked by this module. So in the app, you also get some really cool stats and details on the energy of the battery, you know, a lot of information about the battery and the temperature of the battery, which is really cool. And, you know, the other thing that is really nice is if you've noticed, whenever you go to a supercharger, you know, the battery starts preheating to prepare for that supercharger. Well, this module actually enables you to activate that battery preheating without you going to a supercharger. Obviously, the temperature outside needs to be cold enough. I think it's below 30 or something of that sort. But why you would want to use this is, let's say you're at home, it's morning, you just woke up. You can actually preheat the battery such that you're not wasting a whole lot of energy as soon as you start your drive, warming up the battery. This way, your regenerative braking is available right away. If you've ever noticed when it's really cold outside and you get in your car and regenerative braking is not available for the first like maybe 20 minutes of your drive, it's because the battery is warming and it cannot take juice into the battery. With this module, you can warm up the battery, thus you have regenerative braking right when you begin your drive, so you have a more efficient drive. Another benefit of this module. Shall I keep going? All right, and then you'll notice that another thing up there on the top right says allow update, and that's turned off, and you can turn it on if you're, you know, nervous about an update or you just want to make sure that it will not ruin your module. You can refer to Ingenext's site, and they are, you know, they will communicate on there whether a module is working or not with Tesla's software updates. Within 24 to 48 hours, they communicate on there. So I'll put a link to that down below too, but super easy to kind of block Tesla's updates just in case it were to make this module not work. But like I said earlier in the video, this module is undetected by Tesla. So looks to be all good. Last thing on the list is drift mode. Now, I am not a drifter, but for those of you who like to get a little bit crazy with your vehicles, and Tesla's vehicles are very smart, and by that I mean there's traction control, and it's really good. It's so good that it won't allow you to do donuts or have fun on a track. But this will allow you to take and turn the traction control off, thus enabling drift mode, right? And you can do it. All right, so Ingenext, you did it again. You killed it on this standard range. So standard range vehicle owners, remember, this will work on any Model 3. They also have it for Model Y as well. It'll work on any of them, but really, really enhances the feature of a standard range Model 3 because of how much it unlocks. Again, let's go through this crazy list of things that you get. Battery pack heating, good. Drift mode, if you're into that, that's some fun stuff. Manual wiper mode, super convenient. Automatic driver door, come on. Model X-like status with your Model 3 where your door just pops open automatically. That's some pretty VIP stuff there. Automatic frunk and trunk. The rear heated seats, come on, it's $300 buying it from Tesla. Ambient lights, that's just like luxury items inside your car that already has it. So why not be able to access it? And then, you know, I mean, there's probably more. Like Ingenext said, you know, there's a USB cord, so you can plug it in and update it if they give you access to more stuff. Who knows? But these guys have been doing a lot of pretty cool, nifty little hacks and tricks with your Tesla. So check them out. I'll put a link to them down below. Hopefully you found this video interesting, and hopefully I showed you something cool that you could do to your standard range vehicles and Model 3 owners and Y owners and make it really cool like this one. If you like this video, make sure you hit that thumbs up button, and if you're not already subscribed, hit the subscribe. Let me know if you're going to get one or what you think of Ingenext's, you know, bonus module. I thought it was pretty cool. See you guys next time. Later.